Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 28th April 2022. Thursday night, 9 o'clock, time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel and some watches. And that's exactly what we have for you tonight. Before we get into the meat of the sale, a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. They will also be reprinted in the description underneath this video. Also in the description at the very top, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is to my Primer for Buyers video. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So if you're new, I strongly recommend that you watch that. It'll make your viewing and purchase experience much more pleasurable. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. If you're interested in using this weekly sales event to move along some of your collection, watch that video and read the description. Pretty much everything you need to know about becoming a consignor will be covered there. And the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the description, so important, those 3 links at the top, then the terms of the sale in the middle, and then at the bottom, what you all came here for, tonight's inventory list, complete with timestamps on the left, pricing on the right. If you see a number in the pricing column to the left of the slash, that's your as shown price for the knife. On the right side of the slash, you'll see a larger number. That is the purchase price of the knife as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. And there will be next day sharpening for the first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened in tonight's sale. If you fall outside that first 6, expect your sharpened knife to ship in about 3 weeks. And I will indicate in my response to your I'll take it if it's next day sharpening or 3-week sharpening. Okay, let's see what else. If you see the word sold, all caps, exclamation point, in lieu of pricing for a given item, that means it's sold. It's been bought and paid for by its new owner. No need to send, and I'll take it for that. I think that's about it for housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and then we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, just 2 leftovers from last week. The first one is such a cool knife. This one from A.G. Russell. And this is not your Bud K kind of A.G. Russell. This is a super fine military-inspired dagger. This is the A.G. Russell DM1, which is their designation for the type of carbon steel they use. Sandbox dagger. You have a DLC-coated carbon steel blade, 5 7/8 inches in length, double-edged, rather broad dagger, full tang affair. Then you've got a 5-inch handle, and this is fashioned from beautifully milled OD green linen micarta, and it's sort of milled to emulate a cord wrap. Big Coke bottle, beautiful thumb dents, absolutely well suited for slipping in between the ribs of a bad guy and deflating his air supply. Blade is nicely engraved with the A.G. Russell maker's mark. It comes in a nylon sheath with a plastic insert, and It all works rather well. Let's see. 2 snaps. Very nice. Secure. Molly compatible. So let's see. The Sandbox Dagger sells new on A.G. Russell's website for $375. We ran this near mint no box example last week for $295. It didn't sell on Thursday night. We dropped it to $250 for the weekend. It's still here. Somebody gets to take this beauty home for $220. Shipped priority mail. $260. I sharpened both edges. That's the A.G. Russell DM1 Sandbox Dagger. Next up, a piece of cheesy history from renowned custom knife maker Gene Baskett. We have Gene's interpretation of the Rambo knife. This is the Gene Baskett custom survival knife. Some kind of bead blasted stainless steel, not sure what. Probably 440B. It's got an 8-inch sort of mid-spine hollow saber grind, saw back, Spanish notch / sharpening choil, lashable crossguard, cord wrapped handle with a beautiful maroon nylon cord. The 5-inch handle is hollow, and it's capped off with an O-ring sealed brass hex plug. There's your cavity. I'm not sure how much of that you can see. This knife is definitely near mint. No box. It looks like it might have been touched up a little bit. But from back, what, around 1990-ish? Just a beautiful knife. So I could find no pricing reference for this knife. Although Arizona Custom Knives has carried a lot of Gene Baskett knives. Good luck buying one for under $500. This model, very rare, unobtainium, we'll call it. We started it last week at $350. It didn't sell. We dropped it to $315 for the weekend. Still here. This week it can be yours for $285, like it is $315 sharpened. Now, if you own this, you do assume a risk. It's very possible that the 90s could call and want their knife back. If that happens, do what you got to do. That's the Gene Baskett Custom Survival Knife. Next up, got another little fixed blade from a company called BGM Knives and Metalworks. It comes with a letter of authenticity. Gives you a little info about the knife. Tells you that it's CPM crew wear. It's 62 to 63 Rockwell. It is a one-off custom mini Bowie. Comes in a right smart little Kydex pancake style sheath. And, you know, kind of minimalist belt loops, wouldn't you say? Here is the knife. That crew wear blade, kind of an acid stonewash over a heat treat scale. High hollow ground clip point blade, nice sharpening notch, and this one has my edge on it. This is for one of my customers in Thailand who hasn't had this knife very doggone long. I bought it for him and sharpened it. Sent it to him about 6 months ago, and it's time for him to flip it. So, got a blue G10 handle, little ringtail affair. Very nice in hand. Nice fit, no rattle in the sheath. The blade's 3 inches, the handle's 3 7/8. We'll call it near mint, no box, with the TheApostleP edge. Brand new from the maker. It was on my debit card when I bought this for Timmy. It was $230 plus $20 of my sharpening. So he's got $250 invested. This can be yours, shipped priority mail, $180. No need to sharpen. That's the BGM Mini Bowie with the TAP edge. Next up, oh, another one from Timmy in Thailand. This is a cold steel knife that's going to come in an aftermarket MOLLE-compatible nylon sheath with Velcro closure, no box. This is the cold steel Tiger Claw G10 handle, Demko style clip, ringtail, ambi tip up clip, triad lock. Got the wave plate. This is a chisel ground edge bevel, and it's been sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. It's scary, absolutely scary. The Tiger Claw boasts a blade of 3 3/8 inches of S35 VN steel. The handle, including the ring, is 6 1/4. Let's see. Lockup is Demko solid. Action is nice and free. Centering hard to see, but it is down the middle. We'll call this near mint, no box, with the nylon sheath and an TheApostleP edge. Let's see. Seller paid via me $139 for this knife, brand new, from our favorite online retailer. Plus he paid me $25 to sharpen it, so he's got, what, $164 in it? Your price, $110. No need to sharpen on the cold steel Tiger Claw with the TAP edge. Let's put him back here in his little home. There. Next up, guys, this is a very special knife. We have a box from Idaho, Chris Reeve Knives. It is a large Sebenza 21 plain handle Insingo blade. Born December 12th of 2018. It's rocking the 59 to 60 S35 VN. But wait, there's more. Notice we have a lovingly carried Sebenza. No major damage, just been in the pocket a little bit. Got some trails. And check this out. The blade, that is not a Chris Reeve polish. That is, a Zulu Bravo Kydex regrind. Guys, this thing is paper thin. I didn't measure it, but that feels like 13 thousandths behind the edge. It's kind of what an Insingo is meant to be. And then, if that wasn't enough, it's finished off with an TheApostleP edge. So this is a Sebenza large 21 Insingo with an TheApostleP edge and a Zulu Bravo, easy for you to say, regrind. So last web price for this knife was $450, and let's see, I think, what did he pay? What did he pay? I can't remember. It was over $100 he paid for that regrind. So I think he's got like $550 in it. It's got kind of a blasted thumb stud, bright hardware, the original blue rear bushing and lanyard post are in the box. So let's see. By the way, there's your lockup. It's rock solid. Action is the TheApostleP smooth. Centering's down the middle. Okay. It's dialed in. Your price, $500. $500 like it is. No need to sharpen. That's in your inventory as Chris Reeve large Sebenza 21 Insingo regrind TAP. Next up, it's another special one from Idaho, from Chris Reeve Knives. It's an Umnumzaan. Oh, not just any Umnumzaan. I think this was the last run, because you will see CPM S45 the N at 61 to 62 Rockwell, born May 25th, 2021. So I think I went out and bought this for Timmy. And it is, there might be some very slight corner burnishing from being in the pocket, but no real trails to speak of. And it's got my edge on it. There's your lock engagement right where an Umnumzaan ought to be. Super nice action. Centering's about dead. Condition very near mint in box. They're gone. They're out of stock everywhere. They've been out of stock for like almost a year. You know you can't buy one for $500, especially not with my edge on it. And this is not gonna be an exception. Your price, $525. No need to sharpen. That is the Reeve Umnumzaan TAP. Next up, another consignment from Timmy from Thailand. Guys, he's an addict. He bought this knife. I've had it sit on the shelf ready to ship over to Thailand in a batch, and he's flipping it before he ever saw it. So this is a bento box Delica blue handle M390 blade, and it's got my edge on it, and it's a brand new knife. There you go. Delica FFG, bright hardware, black clip satin blade, M390, and an ApostleP edge for good measure. Other than my paper cut test, it's never cut anything. Let's see, these are at Bento Box, $160 new. So my seller has that in at plus $25 of my sharpening. So he's got $185 in it. It can be yours, shipped priority mail for $140. No need to sharpen. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Delica FFG Blue M390 TAP. Next up, first watch of the evening. This from Seiko. This is the small diameter SKX, the 38 millimeter. So it's the SKX 013. Flat black dial, black aluminium bezel insert, 7S26 movement, day date, non-hacking, non-hand winding automatic movement. You got the ultimately wearable SKX case. Comes on a black NATO with black hardware. Let's see, how's it running? Oh, it's not, because you have to shake it, and I didn't give it enough shakes when I laid out, but it runs. We'll assume it runs like an SKX. Got some hazing, kind of scuffy scratches in the Hardlex crystal. There are, a fair amount of daily wear scuffs and dulling in the case. The bezel insert seems pretty unmarked. Pretty nice watch. Give you a little loom shot on the way out. Of course, these are discontinued and legendary. In this condition, they're probably worth between $150 and $200. We'll just do this one at $150. And the original Jubilee. Oh, man, I had to make a mess, didn't I? Had to make a mess. Look like little orthodontics rubber bands here. And you'll see the Jubilee is well worn. I don't know why we bothered to wrap that in paper towel, but it's that jingly, jangly, bendy Seiko Jubilee. $150 for the whole shooting match, guys. $150. All right. And you can have a piece of horological history. Next up, we've got one from Civivi. And it is hard to read, but it is the Odium, the Civivi Odium in Jade or Natural G10. A right smart little flipper. Looks like we got ambidextrous deep carry clip. Nicely designed flipper tab. It is a D2 blade, 2 5/8 inches of bead blastedness, backed up with a 3.5-inch handle, so very efficient blade to handle ratio. It is a 3-finger knife. Unless you come forward, then it's a 4-finger knife. Stainless steel liner lock. There's your engagement. It is rock solid. This is an inexpensive knife, but it's on ceramic ball bearings. Action and lockup are beautiful, and the centering would be about perfect. Condition on this one is like new in box. Price of these knives brand new at your favorite web retailer going to be about $53. Just buy this one instead. $40 shipped, priority mail, all in. $60 if you'd like my edge on it, and if you do, next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That is the Civivi Odium Jade. Next up, from Steel Will Knives, we have a C22 Cutjack, the budget-friendly Cutjack, with the FRN handle and the D2 blade, ambidextrous tip-up pocket clip, stainless steel liner lock, flipper on phosphor bronze. The D2 blade and the Cutjack would be 3.5 inches in length. Handle is 4.5. There is your lock engagement. It is rock solid. Action is super smooth. And the blade's going to favor the lock side ever so slightly. You might loosen the pivot and correct that. There is your phosphor bronze flipping action. Nothing to complain about there. So these are $51 at your favorite retailer, brand new. This is very near mint in box. We're going to sell it for $35, guys. $35 shipped, priority mail. $55 if you'd like it to come to you with an Apostle P edge on it. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Steel Will C22 Cutjack. Next up, this is the first one of these knives I have seen. That has got to be a Chinese brand. Qvist. Qvist Bladeworks. And the knife is kind of a little swayback affair with natural G10. And the model is the variant PE. I don't know if that means plain edge. So yeah, you got the Jade G10 handle, nested steel liners, a little opening slot. I don't know why, but they went with ball bearings for a knife that's really not a flicker. But it's there. You got a big, broad Wharncliffe blade. The blade steel is 14C28N. Blade length is 3 inches. Handle length is 4. That clip is a deep carry. Stainless steel clip, can be right hand tip up only. There's your lock engagement. Dead solid. The action's beautiful. The centering looks about perfect. Man, it's hard to see, but it is perfect. Condition is like new in box. These are out of stock everywhere. When they were available, they had web pricing of $70. This one can be yours for $60, and then $80 if you'd like my edge on it. That's the Qvist Bladeworks variant PE. Next up, we got one from Kizer. The model is the V3595C1 Converse. The Converse. Man, we got a theme going of Jade G10 tonight. Look at that. That is pretty cool. I love the holes milled in that natural G10. And natural G10 and black hardware just were made for each other. So we got a deep carry clip, going to be right hand only. It's a front flipper on bearings, but I'll never front flip because I can't. They're calling this a reverse Tonto blade. It's 154 cm, 2 7/8 inches in length. Not sure what kind of black coating that is, but it's black coating. There is your liner lock engagement. Hard to see, but it's 30%. Lockup is dead solid. Super free action. Perfect blade centering. I was going to call this like new in box, but I got a little bump in the G10 right there. Could probably scuff that out of there, no problem. We'll say, let's see, these are $52 at your favorite internet retailer, but this one you can have with no postage and no sales tax, $40 all in, shipped priority mail, $60 with my edge on it. That is the Kizer V3595C1 Converse. Let's see, before I make a mess. Okay. Next up, from Monterey Bay Knives, pouch no box on this one, okay? I guess these are kind of hot, it looks like to me, as I did some pricing research. This is the Monterey Bay EZC in red linen micarta, Ray Laconico design, and what a smart little package, guys. Look at that Laconico blade. M390, 2 7/8 inches long. Looks like an 1/8 inch blade stock. Full flat ground, nice and thin. It is all backed up by a 3 15/16 inch handle, nested stainless steel liner lock, milled titanium clip, ball bearing flipper, rock solid lockup. And the blade centering is going to be dead. Condition on this one's going to be like new in the box. They're out of stock new. Out of stock. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $170 and $225. I believe these knives sold new for $140, and that's what you'll pay for this one. $140 like it is. $165 with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Monterey Bay EZC red linen. Next up, this guy was smart. He bought 2 of them. Another one from Monterey Bay, pouch no box with this. It is the Monterey Bay EZC in green canvas micarta, Ray Laconico design, super slim profile, ball bearing flipper. Like a rocket it flips. Stainless steel liner lock. Milled titanium clip. I love the flute on the show side only and a nice round crown. Actually, it's sort of flat for the clip. Makes sense. Beautiful in the hand. Beautiful action, beautiful lockup, perfect centering. Condition on this is going to be like new in the pouch. Blade's 2 7/8. The handle's 3 15/16. These sold for $140 new. They sold out in about an hour. Current sold listings on eBay, actual transactions, running between $170 and $225. Our seller is being kind to you guys. He's going to sell it for original web retail, $140 like it is, $165 with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Monterey Bay EZC green canvas. Next up, from the field grade line of Spartan blades with international partners. This is the Spartan Blades Talos. Talos. Some might call it a mini Harsey. Because, well, that's why. William Harsey. That's a pretty cool, almost like a muskrat clip blade shape. Very nice. CTS XHP is the blade steel. Ground not super thin, a little bit robust for a smaller knife. That's about a 3-inch blade and about a 4-inch handle. Stainless steel liner lock right down the middle of the blade tang. Rock solid lockup. Now this is on thumb studs and phosphor bronze. Almost like a Rat 1. Not quite a free dropper, but just effortlessly flicks out. Nicely coarse textured green G10. Deep carry right hand only pocket clip. This one is like new in the box. And web price of this knife brand new is $115, but I couldn't find one with a green handle. Maybe you can. I know where you can find one though, for less. Like new in the box, $95 shipped, priority mail. $115 if you'd like my edge on that XHP blade. That's the Spartan Blades Talos FG for field grade. Time to turn the page. And next up, we've got one from Kershaw, made in the USA, and it is a bare knuckle quad 7. Oh, you guys just read the history of this model. It is knife lore legendary stuff. You have a blue-gray hard anodized aluminum handle, a shorty deep carry pocket clip that really tries not to grab anything but your pocket. We got a stainless steel subframe lock. That clip is ambidextrous tip up. Now here's the deal on a bare knuckle. Keep your fingers off this lock bar when you is flipping, and you will avoid death lock. If that's with fingers off, if I press on that lock bar, good luck. It ain't coming open. I call that a design flaw, but it's pretty much how all of them are. Okay, so you have 3 1/2 inches of 14C 28N Sandvik steel. You got 4 11/16 inches of handle. In hand, she's a beauty. It is a ball bearing flipper. There is your lock bar engagement on that stainless steel subframe lock. Blade centering about dead. Condition on this one is like new in the box. Web pricing on these new is $87, probably plus tax, maybe some postage. Or just buy this one. All in, shipped to your door, priority mail, $70 like it is. $90 with an TheApostleP edge. That's the Kershaw Quad 7 bare knuckle. Next up, this is an absolute classic right here. From Cold Steel, it's a Code 4 clip point NS35VN. And you know, all the Code 4 handles are different. They're slight color and texture differences. This almost has a bronzy cast to that gray hard anodized coating over those aluminum scales. Super slim knife, but all the strength of triad excellence. Demcode design. I do have both clips in the box. This is the right hand clip. The left hand clip is in the box. Lockup is rock solid on the triad system. Action is, phew, yeah, that free. Centering is close. Favors the right side ever so slightly as you're looking at it. Even though I'm not right-handed, I can wing that thing open. She's a beauty. Blade length, I don't remember. You guys all know this knife. And yeah, it's like new in the box. These are in stock new right now at your favorite web retailer for $100. Or just buy this one, shipped priority mail, all in, $80. Or just pay the same price as a new one with a crappy edge and pay $100 for it sharpened. And if you're one of the first 6 this week, it'll ship tomorrow. How about that? That's the Cold Steel, Code 4. Next up, we got a little piece of Spidey story right here. Check this out. It's going to come no box, but in a nice Benchmade microfiber pouch. This is the legendary Ed Schempp designed Spyderco Barong in beautiful OD green G10, black PVD coated clip with the gold bug. It is a stainless steel liner lock knife, and the liner lock is well protected. You don't have any thumb relief, but you don't really need it. Very cool, beautiful leaf-shaped blade. It's 4 inches in length, but you see how much ricasso there is. So probably a little over 3 inches of cutting edge. VG10 blade. Handle is long, 5 inches. Ambidextrous tip-up clip. There is your lock engagement right where you want it. It's rock solid. It's nice, smooth phosphor bronze action. Blade centering is dead. Condition on this is like new, no box. They're discontinued and out of stock. The last web price I found was $166 for this brand new. They are crazy on eBay. There are several for sale with ridiculous prices. There's one sold listing showing right now for $277. This one, a beautiful example. $190 like it is. $210 shipped. That's the Spyderco Shemp Barong. Next up, another Spyderco, this one with box. It is the C126 GM4P Rock Lobster. This will be a Blade HQ dealer exclusive with the signature natural Jade G10 and a blade of CPM M4. The Rock Lobster has that beautiful lobster foot blade. Let's see, it is CPM M4. I forgot to, 3 3/4 inches is your blade length. Nice and long. Handle is 4 13/16. It is a liner lock, stainless steel, rock solid. Nice smooth action. I don't know if that, yeah, it is a flicker. How about that? And the blade center is going to be just perfect. Yeah, it might favor the left just a tiny bit. Probably adjustable. Interesting. Up or down, right hand pocket clip. Very interesting. So let's see. When these were in stock at Blade HQ, they were $229. They're gone. This one can be yours. $225, like it is. $250 if you'd like my edge on it. That's the Spyderco Rock Lobster Jade M4. Speaking of Jade and M4, another Spyderco. This one, oh boys. It's the Smock in M4, Jade G10, and black blade and hardware. Oh my. Ooh. Ooh. One of my favorite flippers, actually. Look at that beautiful DLC blade. In M4. It is a button-operated compression lock on bearings. Rob, get it off the rug. There you go. Centering is perfect. Lockup is rock solid. Condition on the smock, we'll say very near mint to like new in box. These are discontinued and out of stock. eBay sold listings, guys, get this, ranging between $335 and $510. Are you kidding me? This one can be yours, $300, shipped priority mail. Cheapest one sold in the U.S. this month, $325 with an TheApostleP edge. That's the Spyderco Smock Jade M4 DLC. Next up, another one from Spyderco. This one from Taichung. It is the Sage 5 Lightweight. Sage 5 Lightweight. So you get your normal Sage dimensions, 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle, this one in fiberglass reinforced nylon. We have the deep carry paperclip clip. There's your S30V leaf blade. And the compression lock that is super free swinging on this one. Right down the middle. And rock solid lockup. Condition like new in the box. Want to buy a new one? Just go to your favorite online retailer and pay $141 plus tax probably. Or just buy this one, a virtually perfect example in virtually new condition, shipped priority mail, all in $120 and then $140 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening is available. It's the Spyderco Sage 5 lightweight. Next up, are you in need of a healer? A witch doctor? Well, we have something for you. And it is not just any shaman, it is the Grail shaman. Yeah. Natural canvas, micarta scales, and a blade of CPM crew wear. Beautifully set and finished. It's big, it's strong, it's beefy. Oh, but does it cut? Oh. Compression lock, free dropper, beautifully centered, nice detent and rock solid lockup. It is a beauty. It's a sprint run. They're discontinued. They're out of stock. I think there were 3 sold listings shown on eBay. They ranged between $500 and $540. I thought they were silly at $300 and $400. It's really silly at $500. How about for this one? $350, like it is. $375 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Spyderco Shaman Nat.Can crew wear in your inventory. Next up, what's that? You really wanted a shaman, but you didn't have $350? Okay. What we have here is the original, the black satin G10 with beautifully radiused corners. Kind of an acid stonewash clip. Likewise on the blade, more of a plain old speckly stonewash. S30V is your blade steel. Compression lock. Lockup is dead solid. Free dropping blade. Centering. It's very close, but it might favor the right side slightly. Condition is going to be like new in the box. They are out of stock currently. When they were available, the last web price was $231. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail for $210 and then $230 with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Shaman BK S30V. Next up, I've never seen this knife. It's a Spyderco from Golden. It's a paramilitary too, but this was a Blade Ops exclusive. When I took it out of the box, I thought it was a crew wear knife, but it's not. This, I think, is kind of rare. Blade steel L-Max. What a nice satin that took. It's a virgin. Pocket clip still tipped down. Rock solid compression lock lockup. Not quite a free dropper, but I bet you it flings. Let's see. Oh yeah. Rock solid lockup. Perfect blade centering. Condition like new in the box. Let's see. These are out of stock at Blade Ops. I found one sold listing on eBay. at $220. This one can be yours. All in, shipped, priority mail, $200. $225 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the Spyderco Para 2. GY for gray, LMAX for LMAX. Next up, we have the Rob's Pick for tonight's sale. Only the Thursday night at 9 crew gets to see this knife. All at the same time, no availability to the early birds. It is a Spyderco Paramilitary 2 CPM crew wear, but it don't have a gray G10 handle. Check that out, boys. Natural canvas micarta. And a crew wear blade. Oh, yeah. Lockup is rock solid. Action's a little gummy on this one, but still pretty dang. Yeah, pretty nice. Beautiful centering. Condition is like new in the box. Now, this is a sprint run, but they're still in stock, and they're still in stock for $188 as of today. This one, though, can be yours in a very, very nice like new example. $175 shipped priority mail. $195 with my edge on it. That's in your inventory is Spyderco Para 2 Nat.Can crew wear. Next up, oh yeah, another Spidey from Golden. It's another Paramilitary 2. What does that say? It just says Paramilitary 2 BKOD green. But this is the DLT Trading exclusive OD green handle, black hardware and clip, black DLC blade with blade steel of S90V. It's a virgin, like new in the box, toothy S90V edge, rock solid lockup, free dropping blade. Centering is, let's see what I write down. Oh, perfect. Yeah, these are gone. Can't buy a new one. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $205 and $275. This is about as fine an example as you're going to see. Your price, $210 like it is. $235 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. That is in your inventory as Spyderco Para 2 OD S90. Next up, probably the most special knife in tonight's sale. It's a Spyderco, and it's a model I do not own. It is a Manix 2 CF crew wear. Guys, these were a Knife Center exclusive, and that carbon fiber has my favorite finish. It's not polished, and it's not peel ply. It's a satin finish, and it just shows off that grain of the carbon fiber like no other finish. Bright hardware, polished clip, caged ball lock, CPM crew wear blade, free dropping blade on the bushing pivot, rock solid lockup. Whoops. Centering is perfection. Condition is like new in the box. These are discontinued and out of stock. I found 0 current listings on eBay and only 1 sold listing. And this was an auction, right? Not a buy it now. It was an auction. Sold for $365. This one can be yours for $300 and worth every penny. That has got to be the Manix 2 to end all Manix 2s right there. So $300 like it is, $320 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Manix 2 CF crew wear. Next up, this knife purchased directly from its maker. It came only with a microfiber pouch from Jesse Jaros. we have the Flare. Blue G10, satin finish, just beautiful. Looks like a black G10 backspacer with a lanyard hole. Tip up right hand clip, titanium frame lock. Kind of an old school flipper. Phosphor bronze, not particularly free. Like an old hinderer. There's your lock engagement. It is rock solid. No slip, no stick. Blade centering is going to be dead. I don't know if you saw this, but golly, get a detent. Some hairlines in that satin blade face. Blade steel on this one is AEBL, 3 3/8 inches of blade. Look at that jimping. That is hand cut. And then the handle is 4 5/8. Can you come forward if you want? You bet. Nice thin profile on that knife. So I believe this knife, custom flare, was $5.95 new. We're going to call it excellent condition, no box, no paperwork. Your price is going to be $300 like it is, $320 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Jesse Jaros Flare. Next up, we have watches to end tonight's sale, and I think 6 more of them. So first up, here's a brand I'm not familiar with. It is Scurfa watches, and the box is like a ABS conduit. Kind of interesting. Inside are the straps, by the way. So the watch is going to be head only, and it's going to come with 2 natural rubber straps. I think it even says genuine rubber. Yeah. But no vanilla. So nicely made. Kind of iso-franny, sort of. I don't know. Anywho, let's see. How about the watch? Yeah, how about the watch? Here it is. This is the Scurfa Diver 1. It is a quartz-powered dive watch running the Ronda 715 SM gold-plated 5-jewel quartz movement. Let's see if it hits the ticks. It sure does. And let's see. It's running about 1 second fast. It's hard. I didn't set it to. No, it's not either. It's running dead. Got a very nice domed sapphire crystal with AR coating on the underside, aluminum bezel insert, 120 click unidirectional bezel, beautiful action, no back play. Whoops, went too far. Lines up pretty good. And nice dimensions on this one, guys. 40 millimeters in diameter, 47.7 lug to lug, 14.4 thick, including that rather aggressively domed sapphire crystal. Screw down case back, screw down crown. Water resistance is 500 meters. Flat black dial. And everything printed. Beautiful brushed handset. And a screw down crown, of course. And it's a hacking quartz movement. Condition on this is very, very near mint with the 2 straps. A lug width, by the way, is 20. 2 straps. They're out of stock new. Sold listings on eBay running between $325 and $400. This one can be yours for $250 on the Scurfa Diver 1 quartz dive watch. Put him back in there. Next up, I teased you guys with this one yesterday in the heads up video. Going to come in a, whoa, is that a real leather pouch? It is. Son of a gun. Don't see that very often. Let's see if there's anything in here but the watch. Nope, just the watch. Oh, there's an extra rubber. How about that? Son of a gun. I didn't know that was in there. Okay. We have the Halios Seaforth Generation 3 Diver in Sunburst Gray. What a beautiful piece of work this is. Man, is that gorgeous. So we've got an automatic diver running an ETA 2824-2, date at 6 o'clock. Sunburst gray dial, sunburst or gray bezel with a sapphire crystal over the bezel. 41 millimeters in diameter, 46 lug to lug, nice and compact. 12 millimeters tall, including that sort of boxed sapphire crystal. 20 millimeter lug width. So you've got some applied indices, printed Halios logo, and then Seaforth in sort of a beautiful blue. Coin edge bezel, 120 click uni, or is that a 60? Nope, it's 120. Very nice tactile elements. Lines up nicely. Solid case back. Screw down crown, 200 meters of water resistance. There's one very minor lug nick, and I don't even know if I can find it. I think it's like right there by my thumbnail. I mean, it's super tiny, guys. Other than that, the watch is like new. And the strap it comes on is a beautiful gray canvas with leather lining, and it's so comfortable. And it's got a Halios branded buckle. Same buckle on the black rubber strap that also comes with it. A little bit of wear on the rubber strap. Guys, this brand, when they drop a watch, it sells in an hour. You can never find a new Halios. We'll call this near mint in pouch. I only found one in this colorway that had sold recently on eBay, and it sold for $1,000. This one can be yours for $900, shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. That's the Halios Seaforth 3 Auto Dive Watch. Oh. Next up, this is an interesting piece. This is a Citizen, guys. It's an Eco Drive Quartz 200 meter diver, or is it 300? I think it's 300. Yes, it is 300. It is the Citizen EcoZilla Diver. 47 millimeters in diameter. Left-hand or right-hand drive, I guess they call that. The crown's on the wrong side. Stainless steel bezel, which is kind of a pain in the butt. You have to stick your fingers in these. It's interesting. Jeez. 60 click unidirectional. Date at 3 o'clock. Super small, as with most Citizens. Screw down crown. And this case back looks to be screwed on for some reason. Got a diving helmet. It's a resin bracelet, and it's kind of integral. Okay, so 47 by 47, I'm going to call it. 18 thick, and the rubber, I don't know, maybe this screw-on portion holds the strap. I don't know. Anyway, these things are kind of a legend. They're kind of cartoony, and they're now discontinued. They're out of stock. Sold ones on eBay running between $100 and $283. This is a pretty nice one. It's got some, nightstand scuffing on the case, and it's obviously been worn, but it's generally in really good condition. And they're probably not making these anymore. Kind of cool. Your price on this one, guys, $150. Excellent to near mint, no box, on the Citizen Ecozilla Diver. Next up, we got a pretty cool field watch. We do. See if I got the box right side up. From Boulder Supply Company, BOLDR. We have probably their most iconic watch. This is the Boulder Venture Titanium Field Watch. The white dial and the old radium or patinaed loom, faux patinaed loom. Titanium case. Dimensions on the case are 38, 44 lug tip to lug tip, 20 millimeter lug width, and 12 millimeters thick. It is wearing a sapphire crystal with some AR coating. White dial black handset. This is run the Seiko NH35 movement. And it's got a screw down crown at 4 o'clock. I think these are 100 meters water resistant. 200 meters of water resistance. And how's this one running? It's probably running plus 10 seconds right now. Because I think I wound this 12 hours ago. It's about 5 seconds fast. Nice tan NATO. Blasted hardware to match the blasted titanium case. And not only do you get that tan NATO, you also get a factory titanium bracelet, which has got, my seller said normal titanium wear, but it's very minimal, guys. Very minimal. Stamped clasp, double pushers, safety bail, extra links. So condition on this is going to be very near mint with box. Strap and titanium bracelet. Let's see. Let's do, for that whole shooting match, figure $250 for the watch and $80 for the bracelet, so $330. $330 for the package. We are not splitting them up, by the way. That is the Boulder Venture Automatic Titanium Field Watch. Next up. Oh. Okay, all you Seikoholics. Here you go. What's in here? How about an SRP 641 baby freaking tuna? Yeah. Here you go. Ooh. Black ion plated case, shroud, and bezel. Black dial. Gilt print, gilt indices, gilt hands, screws, and crown. On the factory, Seiko bracelet. So it's a tuna case, so it's weird, right? 46.5 diameter, but the lug to lug is only 40. I mean, it's weird. It's strange. Thickness is a lot, right? 13. It looks taller than 13, but it's not. And then 22 millimeter lug width. It is a day-date unit running the 4R36 movement. Screw down case back with the wave, right? Condition on this one is going to be very near mint in box. I found pricing of these, they're sold out, but when they were available at Long Island Watch, they were $432. This one could be yours. $350 all in, shipped priority mail. It's the Seiko SRP 641K1 Baby Tuna Auto Diver. And that brings us to the last item in tonight's sale. It's another Seiko. And guys, this is a model I have never seen. I first looked at this and I thought, my goodness, that thing's goofy. And then the more I looked at it, the more I like it. It's the Seiko SRPC09 UFO. According to the Seiko community, the UFO. Kind of a cushion case, automatic, everyday sports watch, right? Running the 4R36 movement, so it does hack, it does hand wind. Look at that sunray gradient dial from like royal blue to deep, deep navy. Man, isn't that pretty? It's got an aggressively boxed crystal. And I gotta believe it's Hardlex. It is a day date, hacking, automatic. And notice it's kind of a bezel-less case, but there's a blue line like enameled into the case just outside the crystal. It's so cool. So you get radially brushed top of the case, and then it's pretty much all polished. Crown at not quite 4 o'clock, and it is a push-pull crown. It does hand wind and it does hack. And how's it running? It's running about 8 to 10 seconds a day quick. The bracelet, kind of an oyster affair. And it is a cleverly disguised folded metal link system. So it's a cheap bracelet. But it's not bad. Wearability-wise, let's take off the VHP and put on the UFO. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a skin grabber. I don't know. Never been sized, never been worn. Anyway, 44 millimeters in diameter, but 44 lug to lug. So it's just the nature of that case type. 13 millimeters thick, including that boxed crystal. 22 millimeters is the lug width. Pretty cool. It's discontinued and out of stock, and this one's like new in box. It hasn't been sized or anything. Sold listings on eBay for the UFO running between $228 and $329. We're going to do this one at $250 shipped priority mail. The 70s called and they want their UFO back. Pretty cool. That's just fun Seiko right there. $250 shipped priority mail. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another knife sale with watches on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Talk to you soon.